VVV Gaming is a place that puts the people first. Like, a lot of organizations will put the players up front, and they really do a lot of work with the players, but like all the fans, all the people that want to become, pro players, everyone that wants to do something and contribute and be valuable to esports in some way, like those other organizations don't really do a lot for them, and that's where VVV comes in.
VVV is more about the community and having a strong fan base, and I find other organizations are more about just getting the best players, recruiting the best players, and VVV is more about manufacturing talent, as Lord Jareth puts it.
Just the fact that they can focus on professional gaming and having a good, solid community behind them that's contributing value in any way possible. And just most organizations don't do that. They'll focus on their arrogant pro gamers when VVV will make them humble themselves a little bit.
And you want to play StarCraft, you want to play League of Legends, you can't even consider going to some of those teams. But regardless of skill, you can join VVV and we can help you improve to maybe reach that elite level.
VVV Gaming has been an amazing growth opportunity for me ever since I came in a little over 3 years ago. And I've been able to unlock parts of myself I didn't even know about before I joined VVV. So it's just been an incredible learning experience.
I think what I value most about VVV Gaming is that it's a place for people of all different backgrounds to come together and make a difference in a meaningful way.
I see people coming to us and us helping them with life skills that they can take away to go to other organizations and pursue their competitive gaming dreams.
We're going to continue to grow, and we're going to help shape a lot of young, talented, competitive gamers. We're going to be helping a lot of people mold their careers and grow as individuals.
It's something I can never turn away from, and honestly, it's probably my best thing I've ever done in gaming was join VV.
What is up, guys? Welcome to the stream. I am Cyrif, and I'm joined by Mr. Blue. Guys, welcome to the Kings of the Mist bracket show presented by VVV Gaming. Blue, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing awesome. Psyched to find out what our bracket's going to be for the first tournament since the new patch that we just had today.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited to bring you guys everything that we've got going on. And for those of you guys who don't know, we're doing the bracket tonight for this weekend's Kings of the Mist tournament. The names of 16 teams have been put in this magical manly jar, the most high-tech of randomization techniques, and we're going to be picking the team names out of this and going down the bracket to sort of show you guys what's going on. I'm just going to pop over to the bracket right now and show you. Check this out. We've got live interactive brackets here. All these TBDs will be filled out by the end of the night, but guys, we're not there yet. For those of you guys who don't know, this tournament is this Saturday, October the 19th. It starts at noon, right, Blue? And yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's noon, right?
Yeah, it starts at noon. It's going to have 16 teams, single elimination bracket, where our winners are actually going to take a grand prize pool of 500 gold.
That's right, and of course, in addition to that, there will be a viewer giveaway of 200 gold in total to the audience during that entire stream. But Blue, we've got a surprise for the audience right now.
We do have a surprise. We're actually going to be giving out 50 gold. I believe that is the correct amount. We're going to be giving out 50 gold right now. All you have to do is tweet hashtag VVVGW2, as well as follow VVV Gaming, and you will be entered to win. We should be getting a link in the chat sometime very soon for you to be able to do that, and you'll be entered to win 50 gold in-game.
That's right, Blue. Of course, all you have to do is click to tweet. Very simple, very easy. All you need is a free Twitter account, and you can be on your way to buying some new in-game stuff. Of course, before we jump into the bracket picking, though, we've got a special guest from VVV Gaming's Fort Aspenwood Guild. We have the guild leader himself, Bagsley, on the line. Bagsley, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm psyched to be here.
Yeah, man. We're really glad to have you, and of course, glad to be doing this for VVV. Now, for those of us who don't know about the VVV organization, can you tell us a little more about the entire organization as a whole and also the Guild Wars Guild?
Sure. Well, VV Gaming is a multi-gaming professional organization with talented and supportive community behind its professional players. We started out in 2007 with one Gears of War team, where we won the first MLG tournament for Gears of War. From then on, VV Gaming has been expanding, and by 2012 has become the most successful console organization in the world. Today, we support Guild Wars 2. A lot of people don't know that there is a guild behind the PvP team that everybody watches play. We're a PvX guild on Fort Aspen that plays all aspects of the game. We do our guild missions twice per week, and when we do it, we make sure that every member has gotten their rewards. We do silly things such as Dungeon Master completion, where we run difficult dungeon paths to help those that need them to get their Dungeon Master titles. We have fractal experts who will teach you proper ways of doing fractals. If you already know, then you can just join them and do the higher level ones. World vs. World, we do that too. We do our duty to Fort Aspenwood, and we get out and we take those keeps and towers. We set at least 2 nights a week to go as a guild and support our server. Last but not least, we play PvP. We have our own custom arena that we use to host in-house tournaments. And that's pretty much it that I had to say about the guild.
Awesome, man. So outside of Guild Wars 2, what sort of other games does VVV support?
Well, VV supports many console and PC games. Some of the bigger titles would be Call of Duty, League of Legends, and Dota 2.
Okay, great. So personally, I've had the honor of meeting some of you guys before at MLGs, but what would you tell someone who's looking to join the VVV guild in Guild Wars 2?
I would basically tell them to just contact me in game. My account name is bagsley.a217. That is BAGZLI. I'll type it in chat as well. Just send me a whisper, and we'll get you in.
All right, guys. Well, we're excited to bring you guys this tournament. Of course, VVV, the organization, I'm hoping you guys are around this game for a long time. Do you have any future plans for any upcoming tournaments beyond Kings of the Mist?
I can't promise or guarantee anything yet, but however, I can say that it's not a bad idea to keep an eye out to our forums. Any upcoming tournaments, any details about those will be posted there.
Awesome. So before we jump into anything else, would you like to plug anything, your personal stuff?
I'd just like to give a shout out and thank you to SteelSeries for supporting VVV Gaming and helping us achieve our goals. I'd like also to give a huge thank you to the entire VVV guild from Fort Aspenwood for taking their time and their gold to fund this tournament and support the Guild Wars 2 PvP scene. Also, I'd like to thank you, Sarif, and you, Blue, for shoutcasting this tournament, giving everyone a chance to see how fun Guild Wars 2 PvP can be. Lastly, I'd like to thank ANET for supporting this tournament and spreading the word about it through their Twitter.
Yeah, big thanks to all of those involved, especially the sponsors and ANET. And guys, I think it's actually time to start filling out that bracket. Bagsley, you want to stick around and talk about the bracket as we figure out who goes up against who?
Sure.
Awesome. So we are going to actually shake up the jar of destiny, if you will. And we're going to pull out our first team, and that team is going to be APS. APS is our first team, and if I'm not mistaken, someone in chat said their name, which is Amici Parsanguinum. They're a World vs. World focused guild, and they'll be on the first slot here if I just jump in and pop in here.
I think they're actually a GVG guild too, so it's going to be interesting to see how they adapt play coming in from a deathmatch focused game mode to a smaller scale objective based game mode.
Absolutely. Now I'm going to pick the second one as well, off the same shake. And the second team that we have is the Classy Southern Gentlemen. Oh, there's a story behind these guys. Blue.
Yes, there is indeed. So, Classy Southern Gentlemen, they are comprised of, as I was told recently, I believe it was 4 members of a team which had been around for some time. We've seen them playing around in the tournament queue. Unfortunately, I don't think we ever actually got to see them play in a tournament. But there's 4 of them from that team, and they hooked up with a player named Darth, who we've actually heard a lot about through our friends over at 2 Metas Ahead as well. They've told us a lot about him. Again, we have yet to see him play in a tournament, so it's going to be interesting to see how these guys perform. From what I've seen in the team queue, from the Shoutcaster queue, these guys are a pretty good team, so we're going to have to see how they face off in their first tournament here.
That's right. I think everyone else from TSG is from Brave New World, or what used to be Brave New World, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Brave New World, I believe, was the team name.
All right, well, we're going in for the third spot, the first spot in the second match of the tournament. Moving it back up. Pulling out the first card I get. Not the first one, I guess. One of the cards I get our hands on, if I can get one. All right. We have no creativity. FML goes right into that third spot. And that's
FML, for those of you unaware, were actually played in the MLG. I believe FML, where did they end up placing, Will?
I don't know. I don't think they had a strict placing. They did play 2 Mez Ahead Pro and beat them in the first
Yeah,
meet,
that's
and then they
correct.
lost to either Denial or Sync, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and look. Wow, I
Yeah.
should really know that. That's given the cash of that tournament. All right, that's a little. Well, you can go check the VODs if you'd like. They're all on YouTube.
As Chad is telling us, I believe they lost to Sync in a second round there at the MLG Invitational. Nonetheless, they did play in that. They do have some tournament experience, so we're going to have to see. And as I'm now remembering, they did actually play somewhat slightly unorthodox builds that would stray away from the common meta. So now the question is, coming into this tournament, are they going to play something a little bit closer to the meta, or are they going to stick with those unorthodox builds that they did play in the MLG Invitational?
That's right, Blue. I knew it was Sync. It was the first word that came out of my mouth. But I did pull out another team. Joining them
did you?
in the 4th spot on the back of this card is VVV Gaming.
Oh, boy.
Squad for VVV. We hop on over to the bracket and we'll fill this out right now. VVV featuring the Love Storm, Mila Storm is alternate name, I guess. Quilja, many others. Very formidable team. Very nice guys. Great guys to hang around and chat with, but also very scary to face in the ring, if I do say so myself.
Indeed.
All right, let's come back and pull. Actually, let's pop open this thing for a second. Awesome. So let's pull ahead and go into the next team. On the next on the dock in the 5th slot, we've got Sync, guys. We have Sync.
Sync, okay.
Sync. The
Skype lagged there a little bit, but as those of you who are unaware, Sync obviously were our second place finishers at the MLG Invitational.
Yes.
Pretty popular NA team. They did play at the PAX Invitational and took second place there as well. So the NA veterans, as most of you know, we're going to see them play again here in the VVV tournament.
That's right, Blue, of course. They consistently place very highly in every tournament they get to. Obviously, second place finishers at the entire PAX event, winners of PAX North America, second place MLG Guild Wars Invitational, which was one of the most stacked brackets ever. So going into this, I think it's going to be pretty insane. And coming out, the next team is D's Nuts Gaming, or SAC, I'm pretty sure is their tag, if I'm not mistaken. They can call me out for it later if they would like. I'm going to put you in here as SAC, though, D's Nuts Gaming. Another team that is not foreign to the NA scene. I see them all the time playing in the rank queue. Unfortunately, I'm not very familiar with their roster or playstyle. I think this is going to be great because we do have two North American kind of, at least heavy hitter squads in the first round. That might be a very interesting match.
Indeed it will.
Yes. All right. So my mic is low. Let me just pop that up. How about that, guys? Before we pull out the next one, I'm going to ask, how's my mic? How am I doing?
You may want to check. Is your auto adjust on Skype? Because I heard it go up and down a few times.
It might be.
Let's go ahead and check that real quick.
I upped it in XSplit. We're gonna pull the next one though. So awesome. So the next team out of the jar is Just Leave. I'm not very familiar with this team, Blue.
Neither am I, unfortunately.
Bagsley, have you had any contact with Just Leave?
I know it's being run by Tron Jeremy. That's pretty much about it, what I know about them.
So Tron Jeremy, if I'm remembering my people correctly, and I apologize if I am wrong because I do get my people wrong a lot. Tron Jeremy is actually a pretty decent thief. Again, I do apologize if I'm remembering the wrong person here. I do recall Tron Jeremy being a pretty decent thief, and he's actually been wanting to get into the competitive scene for quite some time. So obviously, we're gonna have to see how he does fare out in his first tournament here.
I think another good name is Civi. I think you've heard of him. I think he's the actual team captain, though.
Awesome. So let's go back and check out what's going on and who's going to be facing them in this matchup. It's going to be select few. If I'm not mistaken, they're a PVX guild?
I believe so.
Yep.
They play in Fort Aspenwood. And I've seen them around in War vs. World, and I've seen them around doing guild missions and things like that. So I believe they range across all aspects of the game.
Awesome. So let me just do a little bit of changing. I'm going to lower everything else so that relatively my voice is a little bit higher, guys, and I apologize for that.